I'll take this seat right here.
Oh, yeah.
I want to sit here and feel the power.
She really doesn't have to be on, but if the court's okay with her watching, it's
She
fine
should
with me.
watch, that's
Okay,
fine.
but she should be muted. I hugged Larry, so I'm gonna smell like him all day. Every time I hug him with that aftershave. At least it smells good. Oh, there's Sheila.
Hi.
Hey. How are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
Baker, Ms. Cooper, and Ms. Walden, if y'all would raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth so help you God?
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead.
All right, Mr. Baker, if you could, I know you know Judge and the other staff from our vendors, but if you could, please restate your name for the record.
Kevin Baker.
Okay, and Kevin, James Keys was who to you? Okay, now you've reviewed the proof of death and other facts that's before you, or are all of the facts stated therein true and correct?
Yes.
Okay, if you could, please state your name, Kevin, or sign your name, Kevin Charles Baker. Right here. Ms. Cooper, I know you're familiar with the court too, but if you could, please state your full name for the record.
Robert Cooper.
Okay, and you have a statement. Let me just back up. You are the mother of Kevin and Karen, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, now this morning when you came in, I gave you the statement of facts. Did you review it?
Yes.
Okay, are all the statements set forth therein true and correct?
Yes.
Okay, if you could, please sign as your name is stated in the blank. Oh, you're signing upside down, huh?
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm upside down.
Okay.
Sorry.
I've never seen anybody do that before.
It'd be straight.
Well, I thought we should video that. That's something else, Barbara.
Sign it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I dated these the 18th and she's appearing by the and don't have her proof in yet.
Well, we'll get it today, Judge. Hi, Ms. Walden. If you could,
Hi.
please state your full name for the court.
It's Sheila Renee Walden.
Okay, Ms. Walden, and how were you related to Mr. Keys?
I'm his baby sister.
Okay, all right, and Dana sent you the statement of facts. Do you have that in front of you this morning?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and you reviewed those, correct?
Yes.
And you actually found an error that we made, huh?
Yes.
Okay, are the statements therein true and correct?
Yes, they are.
Okay, whenever we finish here, I'll have Dana get with you on getting it signed and notarized. Thank you for your time this morning. Well, actually, don't leave because ad litem may have questions for you.
Okay.
Okay, court takes judicial notice of your report. And once we get the proof from Ms. Walden, then I'll sign the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing administration of the estate. Here's a guide. It explains how the process works and what your duties and responsibilities are in administering the estate. So you can read that whenever you have time, but make sure that you work closely with Ms. Hallmark to make sure that the inventory and everything that needs to be filed is done.
Yes.
All righty?
Yes, sir.
Y'all have a,
Can he go ahead and sign the oath, being that he's going back to Houston today? Is that okay? Okay, thank you. Okay, Ms. Walden, I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Right here.
Your second witness here?
Gonna
Okay, you'll be
sit
next.
down like your mama? Okay.
Kevin Charles Baker. It's on your paper. You can write it underneath there. Thank you.
All right.
All right, y'all have a great one.
I'll see you at 10. 10.
Okay, did you say your applicant is appearing?
Okay, where start my video? There we go.
Power.
Just Ms. Workman. Okay,
Is that all you need?
no, that's it.
Okay. Well, we have Zach. Zach's on here now. Is that one, right? No.
That item is here.
No, he's on the other one. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
So lift her. Just send it to you guys.
Oh, he's got it.
Mhm.
Well, she can't see me until I do that.
All right, Ms. Workman
Yes, sir.
and Mr. Cameron and Mr. Payne, if y'all will raise your right hands, please. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth to help you God?
Yes,
Okay, go right ahead.
Your name is Tina Workman, is that correct?
that is correct.
Your brother was David Brian Hoffpauer.
That is correct.
He passed away on February 1st of 2022, is that right?
Correct.
You filed an application to determine heirship in this proceeding.
Yes, sir.
You signed that application under oath. All that information is true and correct.
To the best of my knowledge, yes, sir.
And you're asking the court to approve your application, and you're the only heir, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You're also asking that the court, will you file an application to be appointed as the independent administrator, is that right?
Yes, sir.
You're asking that the court approve that and appoint you as the independent administrator of his estate.
Yes, sir.
Your name is Stephen Cameron? Yes. And you're Jeff Payne, is that correct? Were y'all familiar with the marital family history of David Brian Hoffpauer? Yes. And before coming in today, y'all had an opportunity to review your affidavits? Yes. Are those affidavits true and correct? Yes. Okay, can y'all go ahead and sign those for me?
Mr. Kelly, do you have any questions of these
No.
witnesses
No,
or the
sir.
applicant?
Yes, sir. I'm comfortable with my report and after having visited with the two witnesses.
Thank you very much. All right, Ms. Workman, so what's gonna happen is, that Mr. McCall provided you with a document called proof of death and other facts and oath. You'll need to sign those before a notary public and return those to him.
Okay.
So the clerk is already attesting to the signatures of Mr. Cameron and Mr. Payne. And so those are on file. As soon as we get yours in, and I'll sign the judgment declaring heirship and the order authorizing independent administration and authorizing the county clerk to issue you letters of administration that will give you authority to act on behalf of your brother's estate. one of the things you're gonna need to make sure you do from the date I sign that order, you've got 90 days under the Texas Estates Code to file an inventory with the court. So make sure you cooperate with Mr. McCall in getting him the information he needs to do that. I know a lot of it is in the application already. So I hope everything goes well. And
Thank you.
I hope that you come back to your senses and decide to move back to Jefferson County and not Florida.
I've made the decision not to make a decision for a year.
Well, you have a great one, and
Thank you.
you can give this to her.
And I do have my notary here. Hello. with me.
Wonderful.
So we'll get all of that done.
I probably
It's-
would not have insulted Florida if I knew you had somebody else in there.
I'm not from Florida, so it's okay.
Oh, you've lost your mind. All right, y'all have a great week.
You too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Take care. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming in. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you, Jeff.
Y'all have a great one. Let me know if you need anything.
Appreciate it.
See y'all later.
Huh?
Her husband just passed away too.
Yeah, that's why it's good to make it.
Had a lot going. Thank you, sir.
Mm.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Melissa, James and Judy Roger on this case. That there. Tiffany Morris.
Zach, James, and Judy Rogers.
I don't know who Tiffany Morris is. I don't know if she's just. Mhm.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me get my, some reason my camera's not on. Let me get that on. Okay. About that.
Hmm?
I'm not sure who this one is.
Okay.
I don't have my list. Tiffany.
You, Mr. James Roger, is Judy
Judy?
Rogers there?
Yes, ma'am. Judy?
And is that Mr.
Yes.
Contienne there with Brett Blair?
Yeah. Yes,
All right. Who is Tiffany Norris?
Tiffany Norris is my paralegal, Your Honor. I'm Donald Wyatt.
Very good. All right, Mr. and Mrs. Roger and Mr. Contienne, could you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in the cause here under consideration shall be the truth, so help you God?
yes.
I do.
All right, you may proceed, Mr. Wyatt.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, if I may, I'll start with Mr. James Roger. Mr. Roger, would you state your name for the record?
James Roger.
And do you reside at 143 East North Castle Circle, Woodlands,
I
Texas?
do.
Woodland, Texas, 67384.
I do.
Are you personally familiar with the family and marital history of the late Sylvia Sue Concion?
I am.
And how did you know Miss Concion? For how long did you know her?
We met her in about the 1960 range and till her passing in 2007. My wife and Mr. Conscian are brother and sister.
Okay. And did she pass away on August 14th of 2007?
Best to my knowledge, yes.
And was that at Beaumont, Texas?
Correct.
At the time of her death, was her residence 8767 Garden North Drive, Beaumont, Jefferson County, Texas?
That's correct.
Now, are you familiar with her spouse and her children?
Yes, I am.
And who was her spouse at her date of death?
Mr. Lynn Conscian.
All right. And to your knowledge, had she ever been married to anybody else except Mr. Lynn Concion?
Not that I know of.
All right. And did she have 5 children?
That she did.
All right. And to your knowledge, did she ever give birth or adopt or provide parenting to any other than her 5 children?
Not to my knowledge.
All right. And are their names Kurt Concion, Troy Concion, Shanna Blair, Rodney Concion, and Wesley Concion?
Correct.
Okay. To your knowledge, did she ever have a will?
Not that I know of.
All right. And to your knowledge, did she have any debts at the time of her death?
Not to my knowledge.
And is it true that there has been no administration of her estate since she died?
Not to my knowledge.
All right. Very good. All right. Pass the witness.
Your Honor, I have no questions. I spoke with both the witnesses, and my report is on file with the court.
Court takes notice of your report.
Your Honor, I'll try this, and if the court is not pleased, I'll do it longhand, but I'd like to call Judy Roger.
You may shorten your testimony and just ask her if she agrees with the testimony of Mr. Rogers.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Roger, did you hear your husband testifying just now?
Yes, I did.
And do you believe that all of his answers to all of those questions were true and correct?
Yes, I do.
And if called to testify, would you testify similarly to your husband?
Yes, I would.
Very good. All right. I will turn to Mr. Lynn Concion. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. Pass the witness. Excuse me, Mr. Celeste.
No questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Celeste. Go right ahead with Mr. Consien.
Lynn Concion, please. Sir, would you state your name for the record?
Lynn Henry Conscian.
All right. And sir, did your late wife pass away on August 14th of 2007?
Yes, she did.
All right. Now, did you just hear all the testimony that Mr. James Roger gave regarding your 5 children and regarding the no need for administration of this estate? Did
Yes,
you
she
hear
did.
that?
It's
And
all
would you-
correct.
Would you concur with all those answers?
But I'm what?
Do you agree with all those answers? Do you agree with all those answers?
Yes, I do.
Pass the witness.
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay, he's been given a proof of death and other facts.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and have you read that proof of death and other facts, Mr. Consien?
Yes, I have.
And everything in there is true and correct and within your personal knowledge?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay, and what is Kurt doing in Conroe?
And where?
What is Kurt doing in Conroe?
He's a retired worker right now.
He's retired?
Yes, he is. He's up in New Mexico right now.
There's a house in Red River also.
He's got a place on Red River right now.
Where did he retire from?
Chevron.
I'll be darned. I think he's a year younger than me.
Oh, really?
And he's retired?
Yes. He's been retired about 2 years.
Well, tell him that I said he's lazy.
What is your name, Judge?
My name's Jeff Brannick, and we went to Lamar together.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Ah.
Wow.
We were actually in the same fraternity. I would tell you some stories, but there's not much I remember about back then.
I probably know a few of them.
You may want to forget some of those time. No,
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of things before I reach age 35 I want to forget. In any event,
That's right, Your Honor. There's a lot of things that before I reached age 35, I can't remember.
one time the older guys in the fraternity took Kurt and me and the D Lords and all those guys, and they dropped us off way out on some road in the middle of a hunting lease out near Annette. And we had to find our way back at midnight. It was quite a tell him I said hello, tell him I'm jealous of him for being able to be out there in that part of New Mexico. There's some great hiking trails out there I love.
Yeah, he's on the ski resort. You need to go out there and see him.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Y'all have a great week. So what's going to happen, Mr. Conscient, is y'all are going to sign your proofs and your statements, Mr. and Mrs. Roger, before a notary public. Return those to Mr. Wad. He's going to e-file those with the county clerk. When he does that, I'll be notified. I'll sign the judgment declaring heirship, and he'll be able to proceed with doing whatever you need to do. So I hope everything goes well. Thank you, Mr. Celeste. And if y'all have any questions, Mr. White, just let me know.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Judge.
All right, y'all take care.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.